Starting the live now. Here we are, up against the Zim Danube. The Palestinian flag is flying, as you can see. Zim Danube is continually loaded by workers. Workers refuse to put their tools down, and we find that the MUA's lack of action is disgraceful. We have some security here, once again refusing to
Free Palestine!
Free Palestine.
Put your tools down! We'll leave once you guys put your tools down and stop working. How about you guys stop funding the genocide? Stop supplying genocide!
It's very simple. Don't work any ships by Zim. No Israeli companies while genocide happens. We understand the Maritime Safety Act perfectly, thank you very much. But when there's a genocide happening, someone has to take action. Everyone asks, what did you do during the Holocaust in 1945-39? I want to answer my kids' questions when they ask me, what did I do when 22,000 Palestinians died? I'd like to say that I take some fucking action. And I think you need to take a good hard look at yourselves and understand that genocide isn't stopped by nice words. It's not stopped by people just saying we should stop it. It's stopped by people taking action. When workers in Palestine, when the Palestinian Federation of Trade Unions calls for a boycott, do you just put plugs in and say, I don't want to listen to that? Is that what you say? If you're part of the trade union movement, if you work on docks, you should know their histories. Their histories are radical. The reality is, the more public pressure that's put on Zim as a company, the more PR disaster there is, the better it will be for everybody. As you can see, Zim Danube's here.
Free Palestine!
The MUA in the 1970s refused to touch any South African ships. It makes...
We want you to stop work!
We're getting out of it knowing that the Zim Danube, made in 2023, is continually part of an operation that funds genocide in Palestine. Someone has to take action. And if it's not going to be you, mate, if it's not going to be you, it'll be me, it'll be us, it'll be my comrades, it'll be Palestinians on the water today. Very simple. Very, very simple. Once again, workers who don't know their history, whether it's the Seamen's Union of Australia, the Maritime Union of Australia, the Federated Dock Workers, the ship painters. We find that the harbour master is there. Another vessel's going in. We're currently at Webb Dock. As you can see, as the ship says just there, Zim Danube, one of their flagship ships. In 2023, this ship was launched. It continues to be part of the operation. We're here with staunch anti-colonial, anti-imperialist activists. And we're going to continue to be here. We're going to continue to be here as long as workers don't want to take a stand. Because if workers aren't going to take a stand, then it's going to be workers on the water like us. As you can see, free Palestine forever and ever. Zim Danube is 230 metres. We're here at Webb Dock East. Number 5. We have security on the side, once again threatening to call the police rather than taking any kind of actual action. Once again, disgusting show that working class solidarity doesn't work when individuals will continue to choose themselves over supporting and taking action against the genocidal settler colonial state of Israel. Here we are, bow of the ship. As you can see, it's still being loaded and unloaded. We hope anyone who wants to come down here, you'll be able to join us. Come down to Sandridge Beach. That's where we'll be today. Sandridge Beach or Webb Dock, whichever suits you. Free Palestine.
Free Palestine!
Fuck this ship and fuck anything that wants to work with this company. Zim Danube, one of the flagship ships owned by Zim. Zim has a long history, whether it's the Ofer brothers in the 1950s, to its takeover by Israeli corporation in the late 90s. We find that they are complicit in genocide, and beyond complicity, actively involved. One day we'll see the Palestinian flag flying over all the territory of Palestine from the river to the sea.
Palestine will be free.
Palestine will 100% be free.
Sorry.
We understand the law, mate. We understand the risks. We understand that genocide doesn't answer to the law. We'll hear South Africa's case in the international criminal courts, and we'll see who's proven right by the tides of history. We have the water police just hanging out there at the moment. As you can see, free Palestine. Get down here if you're around today. We've got more kayakers in the distance, as you can see. Large shipping container, Zim Danube, 234 meters long. Workers over and over again refusing to get any kind of involvement with the movement, and if regular rank and file don't want to take a choice to support anti-apartheid action such as the one we're currently doing, then we're going to continue to have to operate without them. I can see all your comments. We believe that they will arrest us at some stage today. But the reality is, if the choice is between a life of freedom that relies on the oppression of others and a life sitting in a cell because you chose to take a stand when there was some kind of actual reason to take a stand, and I can't think of any better reason than the genocide in Palestine that's been going on not just since October 7th, not just 673 or 67 or the Suez Crisis, but since 48 and before, when Zionism continually hunted for land, for territory, because that's what the colonizer wants. Zindamnud here, we're at Web Dock East number 5. Work is still continuing at the Victorian International Container Terminal, as you can see. It's shameful that workers don't want to stand down, but we do ask that regular rank and file, members of the Maritime Union of Australia, we ask that they remember their history. They remember that in the 70s they took a stand against apartheid South Africa. And when Nelson Mandela was finally freed, where did he come to in this city? In Naarm he came to Trades Hall, and he thanked all the workers, rank and file, the bureaucrats, everyone, from the top to bottom, for taking a stand, because it gave him some solidarity while he was in prison. Free Palestine. Free to Palestine. If you're around in the area today, we'll be here for as long as we can. As you can see on the front of the ship, it's a Zim ship, the Israeli ship, owned by the Israeli corporation. Free Palestine.
Lovely day for a kayak. Beautiful conditions. Bring your kayak, come out, have a paddle.
Absolutely.
It's not very scary at all. Come and do it.
And why are you here today? What makes you want to stand up?
I'm here today because I can't sit at home and watch the genocide on my phone. I think that every Australian will look back at this time and realise that what they have done in a genocide, like.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah, I think everyone needs to do their bit. A little paddle out here in these waters isn't really a big deal, so come and do it.
100%. We have the rest of our crew further off in the distance, as you can see, holding the flotilla. We have the harbour master here once again, continuing to try and give directions. When the law continues to be a stifling force, when there's actually no jurisdiction whatsoever for settler colonial law, we will continue to defy it. As an act of solidarity with First Nations peoples, whose struggle against colonialism is still ongoing, and who take inspiration, as do we, from the armed struggle in Palestine. The workers said, what do we want for them to do about it? And it's very simple. If you work in any kind of role that has some engagement with an Israeli company, whether it's a shipping company, a logistics company, arms, weapons, food, whatever it is that the state needs, you must cease work. It's a very simple demand. Very simple indeed. Free Palestine. End the occupation. No back to status quo. Zim Danube, as you can see, staunch comrades still continuing to paint up this flagship in Zim's fleet. Only released in 2023. That's the infrastructure at the port. It does look like they are still continuing to load. As you can see, containers going on and off this ship. We will continue to block it though for as long as we need. If you're actually in Nam today, we recommend that you come down, you join us. Yeah, we're asking we put the tools down from the workers. That's it. If you are down in Nam today,